All right, well, who needs an architect or construction expert if a 3D printer can spit out what they do in a fraction of the time? What the tech? What just happened? Up first in the segment that is taking the nation by storm. The storm over these cool 3D printers that came in peace but are now apparently peacefully printing out pink slips for many in the building industry. I warned you, America. The tech watcher, Shama, on what this is all about. Shama, what can these printers do that's got so many in the construction industry going nuts?
Well, you know, these printers are pretty cool in a lot of ways because they do have the capability of building an entire building. I mean, they're stackable. So if you have a job in the construction industry, which involves hitting a nail with a hammer over and over again, you should be scared because chances are some of these printers are going to take that over. But really, if you're in the
and do that as well.
They're going to do that, right? They're really good at repetitive tasks. But when it comes to strategically building something, you still need human minds behind it. So this is the whole thing that we've been hearing for so long, is technology replacing humans. And no, it's really not.
I saw 2001: A Space Odyssey. And I remember how a certain pod bay door wasn't open. So I know this ends. Where is this all going?
This has a different ending, though.
Oh, really?
Yes, it does. And I'll tell you, because, you know, technology in this way can really assist people. I think we'll see homes becoming cheaper in many ways, which would, I mean, I'd appreciate that. That'd be great. But also imagine
if you had a job to buy the home.
That's right. But imagine in places where it's war-torn or a storm comes through and totally demolishes that community. Having something like this could mean that people have shelter within days, within hours, and that's powerful.
All right. As long as they don't advance into the TV news business. Leave it at that. All right. Next up, a workout suit that will intensify any workout. Forget 3 hours sweating up the storm. They say you put this thing on, 20 minutes, you have the same effect, and you're done. Now, they can get that puppy down to 20 seconds, sign me up. But in the meantime, Shama, how does this thing even work?
So it's pretty neat. It's got electrodes that go on your skin, essentially, through this bodysuit, which looks just like a normal, you know, gym suit, something you might wear to work out. But essentially, it works with the muscles, so they work out harder. Just really neat.
Well, how is it? Is it telling you you're not working hard enough, or is it just dragging your hand?
No, you do have to put in the motion. You do have to put in the work, right? But it essentially.
Oh, so I actually have to work out.
You do have to get up. You do have to work out, but it amplifies it.
All right.
Right. So there's no magic here, but it will amplify the effects you get.
In other words, you get a lot more done in a shorter period.
Absolutely. But are you going to see like the normal mom going to do this after dropping the kids off and going to the gym? No. But for athletes, for people in the sports industry where every little edge counts, this is going to be huge.
Well, apparently I'll have more time on my hands after a 3D printer takes my place. I can just work out. Meanwhile, this was incredible because after that Airbus crash in the south of France, for rival Boeing, it's an announcement that might be eerily timed because the company has now uncovered 2 black boxes in the French Alps. That is, the company behind this crash. Problem is, one is very badly damaged, the other is missing its memory card. But what Boeing has come up with might make black boxes themselves obsolete, totally unnecessary. The airplane maker just patented a force field of lasers. What that would do is make a plane impenetrable to missiles or outside forces. So let me be clear here. It wouldn't prevent the kind of crash we saw this week in France. But it might have stopped that Malaysian jet from being shot down over the Ukraine last year. So, Shama, I guess the only issue here would be the expense for this, right?
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be expensive, but innovation generally is until it's not, right? But anytime you're talking electromagnetic fields, you're talking about, you know, technology that the U.S. government uses now. You can see through concrete walls, and so this isn't necessarily new technology.
And it doesn't interrupt. I mean, that static field doesn't interrupt with the cockpit controls or any of the devices.
So, I mean, this is all the stuff that they're going to have to work out, obviously, at very, very early stages. But yeah, it's going to be a huge expense. But as they tinker with it, as they play with it, it'll obviously get cheaper and hopefully make the world safer.
Yeah, there was a big push, I mean, after this shoot down, hey, we have to help or retrofit airlines with this sort of technology. Now, again, to your point, it depends on the expense. But I kind of think something like this is just a matter of time.
It is. It's absolutely a matter of time. And, you know, once they test it out, they'll get better and better with it. There's certain things that'll make technology overall cheaper, like battery life. That's something Google's working very hard right now on. If they can figure out a way for batteries to be cheaper, last longer, all of this technology becomes easier, cheaper, faster.
All right. We'll watch closely, Shama. Thank you very, very much.
My pleasure.